real. We could go on and on about that, right, Mike?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
we
not
really
even-
could.
let's not
But we
even
could
get
also go
started,
on and
dude.
on about Nintendo, which is a great company, you know what I'm saying?
It is. There's something else, man. It's so hard to feel a certain way about Nintendo because it's like they got nostalgia out of me. They're like my childhood's Nintendo. But then when you start hearing about what they've done in like Japan and how they treat their workers, you're just like, dang, I don't like Nintendo that
Yeah,
much
right? It's
anymore.
like there's a dark
But
side to everything, right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. But then I just watched the Mario movie last night and I'm like, you know what? Nintendo's doing something right here. And then I watched something else and it's like Nintendo's trying to ruin the esports scene for Super Smash and they hate their entire like group. But I mean the Melee scene has its own issues. Let's not get into that. But Nintendo, I mean, but they also created Zelda, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Mario,
Mario,
Bowser, you know what I'm saying?
Pikmin, dude.
Wario, bro, my favorite.
Waluigi. All right, let's Donkey Kong, bro. Donkey Kong is a fire. I wish they gave more Diddy Kong in the Mario movie. Shame on you, Nintendo.
Shame,
Shame.
shame,
But they did show Diddy in his true self, a freaking psychopath.
shame.
Let's get into this article. We are talking about Nintendo. It is by Richard Lawler, and it's coming from The Verge. So, Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS online services will shut down in May. The 3DS was discontinued in 2020, but even this shutdown won't stop Street Pass. So next spring, we've actually talked about this a couple of times where Nintendo's been mentioning that they're eventually going to knock it down. And yeah, now it's finally going to happen. So next spring, Nintendo will shut down the online services behind nearly all of its 3DS and Wii U software, affecting multiplayer and other connected features, according to Nintendo. This also includes online cooperative play, internet rankings, and data distribution. News of this earlier April 2024 shutdown follows the return of online features of the Wii U versions of Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon, which had disappeared between March and August while Nintendo dealt with a vulnerability related to online play. I've always felt like Nintendo never cared about online play, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, listen, a lot of those, like, especially the early games, Nintendo Online, it's like,
yeah.
wasn't the best experience, let's be honest, you know?
Bro, if you ever played like GameCube online, it was horrid.
I don't even think I tried, bro.
Mario
I was probably
Kart,
too young. Like,
Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm definitely like giving a self-report of my age, but I mean, I've talked multiple times about how I play OG Halo on the original Xbox, so that basically puts me in a certain age bracket. All right. Anyways, so let's continue on. One service that will continue operating for now is Pokemon Bank, the cloud storage service that launched in 2013 with Pokemon X and Y, although you may want to transfer the collection to the newer Pokemon Home setup. And gaming offline is still possible. Also, this FAQ from Nintendo says that players will be able to download patches and re-download games purchased from the eShop for the foreseeable future. eShop sales of Wii U and 3DS games ended in March of this year. That's pretty much where we got the original
Yeah.
update. I think it was like last year, at the end of last year, Nintendo announced they were going to eventually take off the eShop sales for Wii U and 3DS, and then they would eventually take off multiplayer altogether for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U.
yeah.
So I'm curious if this article, which is kind of lengthy, but I want to know if they actually mention alternatives to online, and if they don't, then I'm gonna try to give a little bit of a plug of what people can use. So there's no specific date listed for the shutdown yet, and Nintendo's FAQ also mentions that if an event occurs that would make it difficult to continue online services for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software, we may have to discontinue services earlier than planned. Maybe
That's-
a new Nintendo Switch 2 might be coming out and ruin the servers.
I don't know. They need that space, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, they're just like,
Oh.
yo, it's gonna shut down in April, but I mean, like, we might launch something in May. You know?
It makes you wonder why. It's like, it's kind of an interesting sentence, right? It's like, we may
It is
have to
very
discontinue them earlier because, like, it could be difficult to keep like afloat. And you're just like,
What's
I mean,
changing?
wait, you have server space, I would imagine, right? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
What's going on?
So-
It's very little sus, but you know what?
Very sus.
But-
All right, let's continue. A couple more. Spot Pass features are also going away. But Nintendo says that Street Pass links between 3DS family systems will continue to work anywhere you can find someone else who has one, even after the servers go away. This planned early April 2024 shutdown will occur just over 10 years after the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection service went offline, ending online services for Nintendo's Wii and DS titles in 2014.
Dang, I didn't realize that was 10 years ago. What
Ba-ba-da-dum.
the? My
Jeez.
goodness. Do you remember the DS? Like, I don't even know if you could still do it, but like you could connect DSs and have that chat room, the Picto chat or whatever. You
Yes.
remember that? Dude,
Yeah, I
used to
remember
love that.
I saw a couple of funny things where people are holding up a Nintendo 3DS and they're like at a concert
Yeah.
venue, like film it, like,
And
like
they
just
show it later, and it just looks like crap. Oh, dude.
oh yeah, dude, it's so stupid, but it's just hilarious.
It really is.
But I want to give like a quick little thing to people that are worried that the 3DS and Wii U and stuff like that is no longer going to be on the internet. I'm actually let me see if I can start it right now. They have something called X-Link Kai, and it's something that I used 15 years ago. And I'm opening it up right now. And let me see if they actually have Nintendo. So they have the Wii, the Wii U, and there's GameCube on this list. And basically, I'm listing the systems. They have PSP as well, which is pretty sick. Uh, yeah, okay, so the Wii U seems to be the only one that pertains to this article, but also the Wii. And the idea is that you can spoof the connection. If you connect those devices to your router, your computer, you can use your computer as the internet server that it connects to, and then you can play peer-to-peer with other people, which is pretty sick. So like you can do this with Xbox Live. Like instead of using Xbox Live, you can use X-Link. That's how I play when I'm playing on the original Xbox with my friends. They all live like all across the country. So we'll all link up on X-Link and you go to System Link instead of like connect to Xbox Live to play.
Yeah.
And it just shows all the servers as if you're all in the same house playing on like the local router, like a LAN network.
That's what's up right there.
So I didn't see 3DS, but I did see the Wii. I saw the Wii U. I'm sure the Nintendo community is pretty solid with creating mods. Shout out to the guys that are making crazy GameCube controllers. But
True.
yeah, maybe something can happen with the 3DS.
Yeah. I know if you decide to go like an emulator route, I know Dolphin has like
Facts.
they have a nice little kind of online thing. I think my experience has been kind of hit or miss with it, so just fair warning if anyone decides to go with that route. But I mean, there's also like if you host, there's also like a service called like Parsec. I don't know if you like messed around with Parsec at all ever. But essentially it's just like a kind of a screen share kind of thing. But I think it's sort of tailored to gamers, so it's supposed to be like low latency screen sharing, so that like someone can join up, connect a controller, and then play a game with you, as if they were using their PC. So that stuff's pretty cool. I've heard a good success that a lot of people using a service like that. So there's definitely ways I think around kind of that stuff if you wanted to do like a sort of like a X-Link Kai, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
there's alternatives out there, I think. But yeah.
Well, that's definitely good to know. And it's not all doom and gloom. The servers can be taken down by the official publishers and developers, manufacturers, but fans will find out a way, man. And the cool thing about the internet is there's always other people that are interested in what you're interested in. So you can go find them, be a part of a community, and then like start playing games together again.
Literally, dog.
Yeah. That's why some games don't die. That's really why. People just afraid to let it go. But you know what else?